So we have to do this mission. We're at that part. We're in July. The blue sea moon. If anybody's curious. I want to check. Does anybody... No, we're so close. A lot of us are so close to getting the intermediate certification. So I need to keep my eye on that. But I don't have to do that yet. I need to check and make sure that we're good. What is that? Goddess icon. Hold on. Can I use that? Items. What does this do? Permanently increases luck by 4. I'm assuming... Does that affect crit? Like critical hits? I would assume so. Would you recommend this game to someone who's never played Fire Emblem before? I've never played it before, so I would, because I think you can figure it out, and I think there's enough going on to keep your attention if you're not sure if you're super into the combat style, because that always kept me from Fire Emblem games. I wasn't sure if I was going to enjoy the actual battling, and the other games, as far as I know, they're mostly just battling and then some cutscenes, whereas this one is very different. So the game is very user-friendly and isn't... Yeah. Exactly. But a bunch of people in chat have played it too, so... Wait, did that happen last time I had to go to bed? Did what happen? You can come over and scream outside my window. I'll scream back. Sure thing. Sure thing, pizza. I'm pretty good. I forgot my water, which was a mistake, but aside from that. So yes, it affects crits and hit rate. I don't know if I can see their stats. Okay. 8. Oh, Caspar has a lot of luck. I might actually give that to Bernadetta, because her luck is kind of crap, and that could be useful. Trade. There, you can have that. I've enjoyed every Fire Emblem game I've played so far, so I'm a bit biased when it comes to asking if someone else would enjoy the game. Yeah, I can't speak for the other games. I've never even tried to play them. I don't know if I would like them as much, because I really do like all of the other stuff surrounding this game. There's a lot going on that you can do, and it's a lot of fun, I think. So I'm not sure if I would like the other ones, but... Okay, so make sure we're good on items. Make sure everybody's got their potions. All right, I think everybody's okay. Well, since we're about to go into battle, we might as well view some support conversations. Last words before death. Might have to pick it up after I finish Astral Chain. I can't decide if I'm enjoying it or not, though. That was my problem with Astral Chain. I played a full stream of it, and we went a little bit long, so it was, I don't know, maybe 4 hours that I played, and I just afterwards I'm like, I don't know if I liked this or not. I can't really. It's a weird feeling, but I was very much on the fence with Astral Chain. I really wanted to like it, but at the same time there was so much that held me back. So I'm not really sure how I feel about Astral Chain. Max stats for everything but health tops off at 50. Okay. You're not creative with names. The tone was so weird. The tone was weird. And I mean, I guess for me, the problem with Astral Chain is that most of the time that I was playing it, I was thinking to myself, I would much rather play Nier, which I think is a better game, but kind of has similar... It's kind of similar. But Nier's combat was so much more fluid, and I think I wish that Astral Chains was more like that. I just felt like, I don't know, my character was a bit heavy in comparison to Nier, and I liked the story and the characters of Nier a lot better, whereas in Astral Chain, I didn't really care about the majority of the characters or the story, so I don't know. Is Astral Chain a beat 'em up? No. No, it's not a beat 'em up. I don't know. How would you classify? I mean, it's like, it's weird because it has detective elements, which made me think of Batman. And then I was like, I'd rather be playing Batman. So it has some detective elements that you have to do, and there's a lot of combat, obviously. I mean, I guess you could say it kind of has hack and slash elements for the combat a little bit. I don't know. It's hard to classify, honestly. Like watching your dad die. Now here's a freaking hour of Lappy jump scaring you. Yeah, pretty much. It has a really complicated battle style, Lucas, because you're essentially controlling two characters at once, so there's a lot going on. The VOD is still up if you want to check it out and just kind of get a feel for it, but I don't know if it's one of those games where you just have to keep playing and then maybe, you know, it'll get more interesting. But yeah, I'm about 7 hours in right now, and the combat is both complicated and repetitive at the same time. Yeah, it's weird. I can't really say that I've played anything like it, aside from, like I said, it gives me kind of Nier vibes, but honestly, my recommendation would just be to play Nier because it's so much better. It's like Xenoblade, but not as good. That's really funny you say that, Umbreons, because Eco said that. Because everybody really likes Xenoblade, and he tried playing the one on the Wii U, I think it was that one, and he couldn't get into it. So he said to him it kind of felt the same in that vein. You're excited for Code Vein? I am too. I don't know if I'm gonna like it though. It's supposed to be pretty difficult, isn't it? I mean, it looks interesting. I don't know. I don't know how that's gonna go. All right, so let's do some of these supports. All right, Hubert. Oh, Hubert has a team with Petra. Okay.
Petra, industrious as ever, I see.
Hello, Hubert. Yes, I am trying to be industrious. I must be working hard to improve my position. Right now, it is not a good one.
Even accounting for that, your efforts are impressive. I wish a little of you would rub off on certain people here. One troublesome slouch in particular.
Gee, I wonder who he's talking about.
Rub? I will not be rubbing on anyone.
Oh no. Petra?
Not literally. I never would have imagined you would adjust so well to life in Fodlan. When I first met you, you couldn't understand a single word of the language. You had the look of a cornered animal. So much so I thought you'd grown up in the wild.
I had more youth then, and the experience was terrifying. My grandfather ordered me to go to Fodlan with suddenness. I was stolen to a strange land filled with strange people. The treatment I was receiving was like I was a strange beast.
It is unfortunate, but while you were called our guest, you were actually a hostage. You were meant to be insurance that Brigid would not restore its alliance with Dagda and attack us.
Well, that explains why she's here.
The Empire required leverage, and after all, you are the Princess of Brigid.
It gave me sadness to leave my home, but I am not unhappy that I came to the Empire. I have learned much understanding from the outside world. My experience has made me become who I am, and meeting you and Lady Edelgard has had great value for me.
I admire your spirit in the face of adversity. You set a strong example to follow. And there is much more adversity to come.
Oh, they're friends. They're friends. Apparently a lot of people ship Hubert and Ferdinand. No. 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 Ferdinand can die alone. That's how I feel about Ferdinand. Oh god. Why does Prince Valium have so many supports? Why? Oh no.
You're looking pretty tired, Linhardt. I think you could use a little more of the fighting spirit.
I believe you have enough fighting spirit for the both of us.
Enough? There's no such thing. You need as much as you can get if you're gonna train.
I'd rather pace myself. You're becoming too much like your father. I still recall with startling clarity the time he forced me to do some training.
Ha! I remember your father wasn't too happy about that. Our fathers actually got into a fight over it.
They hate one another so much. I simply cannot fathom what's wrong with the two of them.
I wish they'd just have it out already. One big fight to settle things. My father would win, obviously, but it would still be fun to watch.
That would be rather cruel. I don't think anyone in Fodlan could beat up your father. My father does have the height advantage, though.
Height advantage? What does that matter?
When two opponents are of similar strength, the one with the height advantage wins. It's pure math.
That's not necessarily
Whoever
true.
forces the other to submit wins. That's how fighting works. It has nothing to do with height.
Brute strength alone doesn't decide a fight. And taller people have longer limbs, too.
Is your father gonna fall asleep at the drop of a hat like you do? Because if he does, then he's definitely going to lose.
Longer limbs equates to a longer reach. Taller people can hit you from farther away. Oh, and they have more leg strength. There's also that... Well, I'm bored explaining this. I think you get my point.
No, I don't get it. Now you're talking about limb length and reach? None of that matters when you're up close and brawling.
You know, I'm going to agree with you just so I don't have to keep talking.
If you've got something else to say, then come out and say it. Actually, no, forget this. I'll prove it to you myself. Some of those new knights look pretty tall. I'll fight one just for you.
And off he goes.
Sonic, you can get stabbed.
They're all so strong I couldn't land a single blow.
So it's
They're
as I
also
said
in
then, isn't it?
armor.
The tallest fighter has the advantage. And my father could beat yours in a fight.
Okay, that was a productive conversation. The healers get supports the easiest since they gain points with whoever they heal. Great. I hate the only true MM option is with Linhardt. I'd rather die alone. Oh my god, Stargaze. That's great. But true. Very true.
La 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 la. Such lovely weather for painting.
Bernadetta?
Who are you?
just me, Linhardt. What are you doing?
Hey, Panda.
Painting! Just painting! Not important. Am I in your way? I'm in your way. I'll just go. I'm going.
No need for all that. I just came out here to read. I'll stay quiet and still so as not to bother you. How's that?
He's gonna be asleep in 2 seconds. I think you're fine.
If you want to go, that's fine too.
No. I'll stay.
Oh, I thought that was it. I was gonna say that was quick.
Say, aren't you usually holed up inside?
I'm sorry! I'm sorry for coming here. I'm sorry for bothering you! Mad, aren't you? You look really mad. I'll just pack up. I'll be gone before you know it.
Mad? At you? Never. I rather admire you, in fact. I fantasize about shutting myself in my room and never going outside again. It sounds like paradise.
Why don't you do it then?
However, I wouldn't be able to perform my research. That, Bernadetta, is a problem.
What? You admire me? Nah! No way. I know a trick when I see one. What are you plotting?
Red. They're the perfect couple. She's terrified of everyone and he's never conscious. Oh my god. Don't mind Linhardt as much as everybody else, but he's definitely not your favorite. I mean, that's fine, but just know, I will probably be dragging him throughout this entire
So
playthrough.
you wanna copy me, is that it? And what's a copy do with the original? Replace it!
Yep, that's his plan.
I've got you figured out. I won't just sit back and take it. I'll fight you!
What? That's not... this is too much hassle. I'm leaving.
I'm sorry! Please don't kill me!
That seems like an overreaction. Alright, this is the last one. For him, anyway.
I do believe a nap is in order.
Ah, this is lovely. Just feel that breeze.
Dorothea, whatever are you doing here?
I was thinking of relaxing here, but it looks as if someone else is lounging in my spot already. Taking a nap in public like this? Really, Lynn. The nobles look down on such behavior.
You do know I am of noble birth.
Oh, I'm sorry. I'm just teasing. You never do act very noble, though. Why is that?
Each person must follow their own way. This is how I prefer to live. Even if some of the more pretentious nobles like to poke fun at my ways.
Doesn't that bother you? I mean, really? It doesn't hurt your pride or anything?
I don't think Linhardt has any pride at all.
What use is pride? It doesn't feed nor clothe you. It offers no warmth on a cold night.
First time I've heard a noble say something like that.
Well, most nobles are... oh, what is the polite way to say it? Fools. Yes, they are fools. As for myself, my father is the Minister of Domestic Affairs, and he has pride enough for the both of us. For example, did you know he and the Minister of Military Affairs cannot get along, although they value each other greatly? His pride gets in the way, so he can't make amends. That is why there is discord between civil ministers and military officers in the Empire. And so pride serves no good purpose in politics either. So tell me, what use is it?
I wonder if bad blood between civil and military leaders is somewhat unavoidable. The Minister of Domestic Affairs is in charge of all civil officials, so if they just give in easily, their subordinates would lose respect, right? I get the feeling that if your pride isn't equal to the responsibility you bear, then you aren't fit to lead. Also, I happen to think pride can be quite charming.
And how necessary is charm? It just gets in the way of living your life.
If you lack charm, nobody will give you a second glance.
I think that's what he's hoping for.
Right, which means more time for napping.
Exactly.
Lynn, you can't really believe what you're saying, can you?
Great. Oh my gosh, she has a bunch too. How did we get so many?
Bernadetta, why are you following me? You were following me quite conspicuously, so why attempt to hide now?
Please don't hurt me!
Calm yourself. I have no reason to harm you.
Forgive me, I beg you. I'll go straight back to my room and you'll never see me again, I swear!
Bernadetta,
Yes, Lady Edelgard.
please explain why you were following me and why you tried to hide.
Is Her Highness saying she will not condemn me?
Please, speak like the human that you are. I already said no harm will come to you.
Yes, I'm sorry. Permit me to explain. Lady Edelgard, you are fearless. I look up to you as an example to follow.
And that explains it. How?
I decided to watch you from a distance, to learn from you, but your presence is, intimidating. I got more and more scared until I finally couldn't help but try to hide. Forgive me, I threw myself upon your mercy.
Honestly. Look, nobody is truly fearless. Even I have things that I'm afraid of.
What? You do?
Methinks she's got a little bit of a crush. Apparently a lot of fans dislike Edelgard. I think that's because, if I had to guess, it's probably something that happens later on. But I love Edelgard.
You seem oddly overjoyed at the thought.
No, of course not. But, what in the world could possibly frighten you?
The sea. I find the pitch black of the open sea at night quite frightening. I can't swim, so if the sea were to wash me away, I fear I would never return.
The sea? I think I may have seen it once. Maybe. I didn't know you couldn't swim. That's a surprise.
Again, my shortcomings delight you. Everyone has fears as well as things they can't do. How many times must I tell you?
I really did make you angry!
Tim. Well, how do you think all of these are gonna go? Just a lot of yeah screaming? Because that's how most of these supports have gone so far.
Another fine day, alone in my room, and plenty of books to read.
Bernadetta, I have something to discuss with you.
What? I didn't do anything.
Thank you, Red. Hi, RoboPanda.
No need to be defensive. I am not angry.
Oh, you definitely are. I can tell. Just get it over with. What did I do?
You did not do anything wrong. Please, listen. Look, just breathe, will you?
Can't breathe. Too scared.
I see that you are struggling. Please calm down.
Easy for you to say.
She's gonna pass out.
I just wanted to discuss how you are always hiding in your room. It seems like something must be troubling you, for you to shut yourself away like that. If something is the matter, maybe I can help. But you need to tell me what it is first.
No thanks. I'm fine. See, I'm breathing out. You fixed me. Can I go?
I think Ferdinand and Sylvain have the same fate.
Do you not realize that life is passing you by?
Hi,
Have
Andy.
you no desire to venture beyond this reclusive lifestyle? There is a whole world waiting for you out there. The social life of a noble is actually rather...
Just stop it. I'm not interested.
Bernadetta, this is unhealthy behavior. I beg you
He's
to
not
take my
wrong.
hand. Otherwise, I will have to pick you up and carry you, and neither of us will...
What if I actually like being alone? Is that so hard to imagine? It's none of your business. Get lost. Oh no.
Ouch.
sprain my wrist.
Oh, no, 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 no. Now you've done it, Bernie. Now you're his eternal rival.
I do not wish to hurt you. Actually,
No! I'm done for! You'll be the death of me for sure!
maybe I should just come back later.
Alright, we got one more.
Petra's really nice. Never yells, never says mean things about people. Maybe she'd be my friend. Oh, there she is now. Okay, Bernie, you can do this.
Bernadetta, are you needing help with something?
How did you know? Do you have eyes in the back of your head or something?
Yes.
I do not have that, no.
Right. Can I ask you something? Do you want to, maybe, be friends or something? Maybe you don't. Maybe you don't like me. I don't know what you think of me.
What I am thinking? I am thinking that you remind me of prey.
What?
Yes, like a rabbit in the tall grass. Always watching for enemies, and you flee at any sign of danger. You are quick also. I must be careful that I am not hunting Bernie when I take out my bow.
Oh, you try not to shoot me. That's, nice.
You have similarities with prey. That is all I mean to be saying.
So you're saying you might end up hunting me?
There is
Maybe.
no need to have concern. I will make sure my arrows are not hitting you.
That isn't comforting. Whatever I did to deserve this, forgive me!
You do not need forgiveness, but it is yours if you are wanting it. Was I saying something wrong?
Oh my goodness gracious. Oh, Edelgard has one with me. How did we get all of these? There's so many.
All right, time for some more. Oh, Petra. Hi.
Caspar, do you want to train with each other?
Yeah, sure.
You have had new training recently, and great improvements. I want great improvement too. Will you give me help?
Well, hey, look at that. You pay more attention than I gave you credit for. I have been trying new training methods. They're definitely paying off. My movements are much sharper lately, more precise.
I am knowing that. I want that too. You teach, I learn. We both get more strength. It will be greatness.
All right. I mean, I guess we can give it a shot. Petra?
Yes, Caspar?
No, never mind. Sorry. I was just thinking about something else. Nothing at all. Let's train.
Mm-hmm.
I heard a question in your voice. Say it.
No. It's really nothing. Don't worry about it.
Okay. I will not be worrying. Can we begin the training?
Ah, fine. We can talk about it if you insist. You can stop pretending like you don't know.
What am I knowing?
About my father.
Your father? He is of the military in the Empire. I hear he has great skill.
No, not that. Well, it's kind of about that. I'm talking about when Dagda and Bridget invaded the Empire. My father led the Empire's army that fended off the invaders. Your father was in that battle. Did you really not know? My father killed yours.
Well, this is awkward.
You... How long have you had this knowing?
I just found out recently. I had no idea before then. But it's all I've been able to think about since.
So, now you have the truth.
Petra? Damn it. What am I supposed to do now?
Well, Petra, time to kill Caspar. Well, all my students hate each other. It happens. It will take some time before we can deepen this bond. Okay, well, fair enough.
Training again. You're certainly working hard, Caspar.
Oh, Edelgard. You scared me. You should have said something.
I did, but no matter. What has you training with such intensity? It's never good to neglect one's training,
He's
but
training for
overdoing
the
it is
day that Petra
ill-advised
comes
as
for
well.
him.
You could already give any student here a battle they wouldn't soon forget.
You think so? Well, thanks. I appreciate that. I can't really stop training, though. I gotta get better if I expect to get anywhere in this world.
If memory serves, you're the second son of House Burgleys, right?
That's right. My older brother is the heir, and there are already too many mouths to feed in our family, so I can't count on any support. I pretty much have to make it on my own, you know?
I understand. It's difficult being born a noble. Those who inherit everything also inherit great burdens, but the same can be said of those who inherit nothing.
What are you talking about? I don't have any troubles.
Uh-huh.
Who cares if I don't inherit anything? It just means I get to cut a path to my own future. You know what your problem is, Edelgard? You always have to make everything about you.
Are you picking a fight, Caspar?
Hey, now come on. I didn't mean to be disrespectful. Always happy to fight, though, if that's what you want.
I have no desire to bicker with you. Good luck with your training. Goodbye.
What was that about? I'll never understand her.
I mean, you were kind of rude. Oh, this ought to be good.
Ah, Dorothea. The dining hall seems so much brighter with you here.
Ferdy, I must say
Ferdy.
you are quite adept with flattery. Please, give me some more.
Flattery? No, I was not... There you go with that attitude again. Why do you reserve such cold treatment for me and me alone? Do you hate me, Dorothea? Or have you some other reason to avoid my company?
Maybe she's just tired of hearing, I am Ferdinand von Eyre.
I underestimated you. I assumed your noble upbringing had dulled your perception. But you got it right on your first try. I hate you.
Huh, I was right. Might I ask why you find me so despicable? I can scarcely guess.
Don't waste another minute thinking about it.
That will not do. I do not think you would hate a person for no reason.
Perhaps. How's this? If you can guess why, I'll let you know if you're right. The brains of us common folk are so simple, it should be pretty easy for a big shot noble to sort out.
Very well. I cannot walk away from a challenge.
I mean,
have
she
no
essentially
choice
just
but to
told you,
chance a
bro.
guess. You are always making fun, calling me a big shot and so forth. Perhaps you think all nobles are... No, it cannot be that simple.
Oh? What can't be that simple?
Please, will you not give me a clue?
Well, let me see. A good clue? I know. It's because you're like a bee.
Oh! Was that a cue? Was that a cue? Pretty sure that's a cue. Stream Deck, why you gotta ruin this moment?
What about now? It's time
Thank
to rock
you.
with the biggity
Stream Deck.
bumper. What about now? It's time to rock with the biggity bumper. Bump to the bump to the bump to the bass. Bump to the bump to the bumper. Bump to the bump to the bump to the bass. Bump to the bump to the bumper. Bump to the bump to the bump to the bass. Bump to the bump to the bumper. Bump to the bump to the bump to the bass. Bump to the bump to the bumper. Bump to the boot to the boot to the boot boot. Bump to the bass to the bass bass. Bump to the boot to the boot to the boot. Bump to the bass to the bass bass.
You knew it was coming. Red, now you just need to make a remix of Buck Bumble and Ferdinand going, I am Ferdinand von Eyre. It'd be perfect. Dorothea says what everyone else wishes they could. feel like Kita's most like Dorothea, just less obsessed with romance. Yeah, Kita's not very obsessed with romance.
That ought to be enough of a clue. So long, Ferdy.
A bee? I haven't the slightest. Perhaps because I am such a diligent worker?
Oh, you idiot. Not at all.
Oh, Caspar, just who I was hoping to see. I have a tiny little request if you have time to help me.
I'm always happy to help. What can I do for you?
That is exactly what I was hoping to hear. Would you mind coming along to my room?
Inappropriate?
Your room. Okay. This isn't what I had in mind.
Come on, a big, strong guy like you. This is easy. Lift up the cabinet, please. I need to dust behind it.
There's still more to do. Why do you care so much about keeping this place clean?
Demonetized question mark.
Were you raised in a stable? Leaving this place a mess wouldn't be fair to the next person who uses it. In fact, I think once we're done with this room, we should clean up your room as well.
Yeah, I don't think so. I have some actual training to do.
Oh, come to think of it, I have a date myself. The fella I'm seeing has quite a charming face, rich family, and I assume a tolerable personality.
Don't you get tired of spending time with all these guys who have tolerable personalities?
Oh, it gets tedious at times. You must listen to them talk, for one thing. But it's important for my future.
That's how I see my training. I guess it's pretty much the same thing.
I don't know if that's a comparison you really want to make.
Why not? Seems about right to me. Sure, I'm a noble, but I'm also a second son. I don't have anything coming to me. Why do you think I'm always training so much? I need to prove myself on the battlefield if I plan on making it anywhere in this world. I know you don't have noble status or wealth, so you're putting in the effort to marry well, right? See? Pretty much the same thing.
I suppose. It would be nice if everyone saw it that way. Well then, Caspar, I need to get ready for my date. But shall we both agree to work hard for our futures?
Absolutely. I just hope our efforts are worth it.
Well, now that I've spied on all my students, let's do the mission. Assault at the Rite of Rebirth.
The goddess's rite of rebirth is about to begin. Are we going to move forward with our plan?
I believe so. How confident are you in our theory, Professor?
No one's intuition is perfect. It's ridiculous not to have doubts.
I didn't invite you.
All that matters is how our enemy makes their move, not how our teacher feels about the plan.
You seem a mite too relaxed for my liking. The goddess's rite of rebirth is about to begin. While we are in the goddess tower, we are relying on you to secure the locations that are lacking in defense.
May I let you in on something, Professor? My brother can be a bit callous.
Really?
He told me that he was concerned about you, and hinted that perhaps you would be better off
Me?
patrolling a coffin.
That was said in jest, Flane,
Blonde.
and in confidence. Please just remain by my side and do not cause any more trouble. As a professor, you would do well to remember that it is your duty to guide your students down the path of righteousness.
Oh, I will always guide my students down the path of righteousness.
Please excuse us, everyone. We shall see you again after the ceremony has concluded.
A coffin. How fascinating.
You just go around spying on students to get blackmail so they listen to you in class.
Hurry, Professor. We must find a place to hide where we can guard the stairs to the Holy Mausoleum. If the enemy moves as predicted, we should be able to cut off their escape path and capture every last one of them.
Oh, he's just pretending to hate me. He's fighting his true feelings. Alright. Let's see what we got here. We've got... Who the... Oh, the Death Knight, you know. Who's level 16. Well, might be a little, not ready for that. A mysterious mage. Who's level 9, okay. You're right, still rude, though. I mean, it's true, Umbreons. He wishes he was our student. He sure does. That's why he's so cranky. Alright. Like, you two are interchangeable back here. To be honest. Oh, wait. Hold on. Rain that raises res? What is res? Has no effect on flyers. Okay, good to know. And this raises defense. Is it resistance, maybe? Nice. Or reason. Res is resistance to magic. Okay. Raises defense. Okay. Oh, we have some treasure. Who has the key? You have the key. Alright. Is there treasure over here, too? Yeah. Well, then. I want the treasure. Alright, what are our conditions for this? Just kill them all? All of units fall in battle are 25 turns past. Oh. Defeat the enemy commander. Okay. If you kill the Death Knight, you should try it. Something interesting happens if you do. I'm so under-leveled, though. I don't know if I can. I mean, I can give it a try. For sure. I'm gonna save. Alright, let's go. I do not have Lysithia. I have the Black Eagle house, and she's not in my house. And the only person that I've managed to get join my house is Sylvain.
We were right. Unwanted guests have come to visit.
Those Central Church dastards have spotted us.
It's the plague.
Buy me some time while I open the seal on the casket.
The plague doctor.
I'm on it.
Alright, here we go.
Our enemy appears to be after the tomb of Saint Saros in the back. Are they attempting to steal her bones? It would be best to defeat them before they achieve their aim.
Beat the enemy general within 25 turns.
Look
Okay.
closely. There are contraptions of some sort on the floor. We must pay attention to our enemy's weapons and advance while attacking them from advantageous positions.
As you wish.
He does not have dark spikes. trying to decide if I want to split them up or not. And go around each way. If you can kill the Death Knight, you should try it. Well, I mean, I can try. I just, I don't know how it's gonna go. I mean, thankfully we don't have permadeath, but...
I will get the victory. I created a plan.
Damn. You're gonna want to send Bernie after the chests. Yeah, that's probably a good plan.
Oh no.
Is there a way to increase her accuracy? I mean, I'm sure if I were closer, I'd probably have a greater chance of her hitting, but...
Put me in there.
Tim. The Death Knight was such a pain in the ass in your playthrough. Because you're playing on Classic, you mean?
That's my cue.
I will prevail.
I am Ferdinand von Eyre.
Oh my god.
On
Ferdinand!
it.
This is going to hurt, okay?
Oh! Get fucked! Nice.
Winning's always nice.
If you get items that raise
Well,
her hit, I think
like
that
what
will
you
raise her
see.
accuracy, of course. As you said, being closer also plays a part. I figured I'd take the risk and see if I could. But didn't work out. That's okay though. So that's magical resistance.
Battle.
Why don't you get over here and shut up, Linhart? How about that? Get over here.
Stay focused.
Death Knight, prove your strength and scatter these fools.
You're playing on casual as well? Oh, you mean you have two different playthroughs going? The special thing is kind of garbage, to be honest. I'm assuming you get like an item or something then?
I don't take commands or waste my time on weaklings.
That knight is a powerful enemy. Let's do all we can to avoid him.
The issue is the Death Knight is pretty strong and yet only appears a limited amount of times, so if you want the special thing, you need to fight or steal from him. Whatever you say, Skeletor. It's not garbage for Hubert. I'm gonna kill you for that. Told you.
I will not be stopping.
past bar, you can head up that way. It comes down to preference. Well, I have no idea because I've never played a game like this before. I don't know what's the best move. Killing the Death Knight is worth it if you want more experience, especially if you're playing on hard. That makes sense. Because you can't grind as easily if you're playing on hard. Or at least that's how I understand it. I mean, he tried. You like options, so getting the special item was essential since I can switch instead of being locked into a single path. I mean, that makes sense. That makes sense. Hello, friend.
Marvel at our strategy.
Dead?
You could have at least tried. I still have a long way to go.
You're doing great, sweetie. Nice. Fuck him up.
I'll send you flying. What a joke.
Good job. Perfect. Oh, he's almost level 10. Raises avoidance. Interesting. Ooh.
Should I have held back?
Never hold back. Oh, well, I have this now. I love how you went to check and then had the same reaction I did when I saw the Death Knight would kill me. Nice.
thanks.
Rude. How dare. He's like, I'm gonna run over here. Protect me, Death Knight. Get fucked, sir.
Now you know your limits.
Damn it, Wolf Prince.
One step at a time.
Nice. I'll take it. Yeah, I didn't want to move Prince Valiant back here. I didn't want to move him up just in case. I don't want to lose my healer. Wait, hold on. Let me see. Levels 8, 8. Okay. Well, what are you? 8? All right. Doesn't matter then. Dab him.
You should be
how
honest.
polite you were about that. I mean, I try to remember my courtesies.
Your defeat was inevitable.
Well, everyone who isn't Bernadetta got the keys. Fine. Oh, nice.
I'm a quick study.
I'll have to check their abilities then. Does anybody need healing? Not really. Actually pretty okay. Can't reach though. Oh. I'll move him up anyway. Are you really gonna attack me, sir? You piece of crap. Piece of crap. Emil needs a potion on her, actually. Oh wait, do you? I can't reach. Let me see. Not great. Not great, but we'll give it a try, literally. Nice. Interesting that he won't hit me if I'm there. You pretty much have to be right next to him for him to hit you, I think.
The reinforcements haven't arrived? If they approach from behind, we can attack them from both sides.
Rude.
So obvious.
Nice. The Death Knight ignores you unless you attack him. Okay.
Sorry.
Stop healing each other. Stop that.
Now's our chance.
all do our part.
You don't have a second playthrough? Oh, are you playing two at the same time, stargazing? Because you said you had a... You were playing on casual, too. Oh, come on. One, two... Stick him in the back. Stick him in the back. Dead.
Be gone.
GG, sir. Okay. Do I have the key? Okay, I have the key. Finish him off.
One more success.
I thought you were
More
playing
feeds
classic.
my body and mind.
Are you just playing casual on hard? I thought you were playing classic. Kimmy.
Now you know your limits.
War feats her body and mind. That sounds rough.
I must get stronger.
Damn, Edelgard. Damn, girl. Casual on hard, but I act like I'm playing on classic since I restart whenever someone dies. I mean, fair enough. Dude, I can't even range attack him without him aggroing. I mean... I'm gonna wait a little bit. Actually, trade. Petra, I give you this key. You must go on and get the treasure? You must do this for me. That's not what I wanted to do. That's called save scope. You're not wrong. We're doing pretty well, Kimmy. Just, you know, teaching my students how to kill, as you do when you are a professor. Can you see what turn it is? Like, is there a way to do that? Just so I know. Oh, get the fuck out. Get the fuck out.
There's no way around it. I accept your challenge.
This may have been a mistake.
This will be fun.
We won't hold back.
I don't know how this is gonna go. Risking it for the biscuit.
I told you that if you fled, I would not chase you.
Oh god.
But it seems you wish to die.
Maybe I do, don't judge me. Turn 7, okay. Oh, you fucker up there. I see you. I see you up there, you piece of crap. Hang on. Man, I gotta get you like a ranged weapon here, buddy. Alright, you. Make yourself useful. A little closer. Give me some heals.
Thank you.
The music got very serious. This may have been a mistake. We'll see how this goes. Oh my. Let's do the one where I don't die. How about that?
Like moths to a flame.
We have this. It's time.
All right. So I'm hoping Prince Valium back here can keep everybody alive while I continue on. Petra, open this box for me, please. Thank you, my dear. Enter me. You know what? I gotta get somebody over there to take them out. All right, Hubert. That's gonna be on you. Meanwhile, you stab him. Thank you.
What's next?
Oh good, level 8. Very tense moment, chat.
This is what a real man looks like.
Okay, Sylvain. Sylvain does a lot of tooting of his own horn. Oh, jeez. Well, rip me.
Forgive me, everyone.
I am
My
dead.
battle ends here.
I thought he would have been stunned from the gambit, but I guess not. Tim Savage. True. Poor Kato, we knew her well. We did. We did know me well. And now I'm dead. It's unfortunate. I thought, though, that he was stunned from the gambit. So I'm a little confused. I thought Gambit should have stunned. Yeah. Like, what the fuck? What is this nonsense? Dorothea, can you? No. Hubert, how about you? No. I mean, you can attack, just the wrong person, but that's fine. Oh, well, not fine. Rude. I mean, if I have to, I can use Divine Pulse, but I'm just very confused. At the moment. Yeah, she can't attack him right now either. Well, might as well get rid of you then.
You fooled yourself.
Not all gambits stun, and the ones that do have to do a certain amount of damage. Well, I don't know how you're expected to kill him then, unless you're over leveled, which I'm not. Correct.
No one makes it past me.
Doesn't matter where I put Petra. He's gonna go after her. Well, not great. Hey, Jace. And it was. That sucks, though, because that was my only plan for taking him out. I might have to wait and try doing it the next time he shows up. Because I just don't think we're leveled high enough at this point. Good night, Eve. Thanks for hanging out with us.
Salt, star, power!
Jason Vader, thanks so much for the resub for 10 months. I appreciate it. I hope you enjoy your emotes. There's a certain weapon skill that works really well against units on horses. I think it's a lance skill. And that, or you bring an OP character like Lysithea. Lysithea is an OP character. Petra might be dead next turn. Doesn't look great, but like I said, we've still got Divine Pulse. But yeah, I can't put her anywhere. He's gonna attack her no matter what. She fought back.
Grab the victory.
She did well.
I must retreat now.
Let's go.
Well, Hubert's like, don't care. Night Kneeler, I think. Well, I think Sylvain has that. Maybe. Of course, Sylvain's all the way over here. What about you, Ferdinand? What do you got? Probably not anything helpful. Well, no, he's got it too, but I mean, you know, probably not gonna be able to get him back there fast enough. Also, oh wait, no, that was Ferdinand. This is Sylvain. See, I'm telling you, I'm gonna get them mixed up because they. But they both have it. Everybody's gonna die. It's fine. It's fine. We'll see what happens. I mean, if I have to, I can always redo the fight or use Divine Pulse. I'm not really that worried about it. Like, I kind of figured, since he's pretty powerful, that we might not be able to take him out, but gotta give it a try, right? Good job. That would leave one, wouldn't it? Wouldn't it? Well. Oh shit.
Your defeat was inevitable.
Dead.
One step at a time.
Later on, Hubert can learn Dark Spikes, which is also very effective on mounted troops. So yeah, okay, they're not an issue later. Well, that's good. We should probably start closing in on him in the meantime. Dead.
All roses have thorns.
I'm really annoyed the game makes the first Death Knight so difficult to kill. Yeah. Pain in my butt. Does she have the key? No. Who's the key? Does Edelgard have the key? Yes, of course she does. Of course she does. No, stay away from me. Well, I mean, if she's gonna go out, she might as well go out with a bang, right? Oh, do I have to be even further away to use Deadeye? I think I do. I mean, we don't have a good chance, but if she hits, it'll be great. Well, I tried. Oh, she did. Bye, Bernie.
Oh, Bernie. You're really not cut out for this.
It's not your fault. It's my fault. And I accept this responsibility. Oh, crap. Well, that would happen, wouldn't it?
Can't believe it.
Well. Here we are. It's fine. It's totally 100% fine. That's for sure. No problems here. Going exactly according to plan. Don't even worry about it. Oh, that's not what I wanted to do. You can have that. Alright, you're okay for now.
You're too late. The seal will be broken any minute now.
It's fine. It's totally fine. Don't worry about it. Going exactly as I planned. Half of my students are dead. It's fine. I mean, we had to at least try, right?
It's clear to me now.
You fucker.
It is decided.
Well, they're all dead. Well. Alrighty then. Well, I might as well get my treasure. Get something out of this. Spirit dust. That sounds fun.
Still unstoppable.
So you're telling me that we get stunned and they don't get stunned? Is that what you're telling me? Oh, no, I think I can still attack. Just, not great. Sleepy boy cannot do it, but maybe get close, and then Hubert could finish it. Do it the other way around. Spirit dust increases your magic permanently. Interesting. Hi, Ray. Well, I think the Death Knight's upset we tried to kill him. I mean, maybe. The good news is you're dead with them, so team building. True. Very true. Alright. Let's see if this works. Well.
For Lady Edelgard. I still have a long way to go.
It's no use. The seal is broken. You can't... A sword.
Oh, I'm still alive. It's fine. This is mine now. Look at me rising from the dead like that.
Salt Star Power!
Well, he's dead. Also, that's not the outfit I'm wearing. What the heck? Do I have a doppelganger?
That sword is... I see. What a pleasant surprise.
Ah, he got away. That sword. Why is it...
That's the sword that was in the casket. Seems to be shimmering, almost as though...
Oh, now you guys fucking show up.
Is the intruder here? Oh, looks like you have this under control.
You couldn't have, you know, appeared 5 minutes before? Oh shit, you got a glowy sword like the game version of me did. Yes, I did. Ray, thank you for the resub for 11 months. Ray says 11 months of pure bliss with a dash of salt. Accurate. Very accurate. Sorry I'm late. You know what, Red?
You, round up any stragglers.
There are none.
Will do.
They left. I mean... Received Sword of the Creator. So was I playing dead the whole time, or... And then I changed my clothes somehow? This mysterious blade unleashes its true power in Kita's hands, extending to reach distant enemies. The weapon's durability is restored by 5 each time Kita chooses rest on her day off. I'm never gonna do that, because I always have shit to do, so that's probably not useful, but, you know. Hi, Crab.
As all of you have committed a breach of faith, the Archbishop will now pass judgment.
Death!
Inciting a kingdom noble to rebel. Unlawful entry. The attempted assassination of the Archbishop. An attack on the Holy Mausoleum. It is unnecessary to go on, followers of the Western Church.
What? We have nothing to do with the Western Church.
You have already been identified. Please spare us your second-rate theater.
Dishonoring a holy ceremony is worthy of death for a member of the Church.
Oh!
You are well past the hope of redemption. If you have any grace remaining, you will willingly offer your life as atonement for this crime.
I'm really hoping that the next time we see the Death Knight, I can just, like, go up to him and immediately cut his head off. Because I'm leveled up more. Pizza, thank you for the follow.
No, this isn't what we were told would happen. We've been deceived.
It's no use arguing. Whatever your excuse, the punishment stands. May your souls find peace as they return to the goddess.
Wait, please. The goddess would never forgive you for our execution.
Monster. We know you've already slaughtered many of our fellow brethren like this.
Well...
This concludes the investigation. Please remove these poor lost souls from my sight.
Yeah, she's not evil at all. Of course she's not.
That's that, I suppose. The assassination attempt, the attack on the Holy Mausoleum. It was all the Western Church's doing. That masked knight who led the attack somehow managed to disappear without a trace.
To be fair, I tried to kill him and then was like, well, I made this big mistake.
The Church of Seros clearly isn't as unified as it would hope to appear. It seems the Bishop of the Western Church was always opposed to the Church being ruled centrally from Garreg Mach. Perhaps they hope to remove the Archbishop in order to completely strip the Central Church of its authority.
Oh, that's right. Geralt mentioned that you were raised without any exposure to the Church. In order to function more efficiently, the Church of Seros is split into several smaller entities. The Central Church is the largest, and leads the organization from Garreg Mach.
The Western Church extends from Castle Gaspar, where Lord Lenato rebelled, into the far west. They can be found just beyond the most renowned stronghold of the kingdom. the fortress city of Aryan Road.
It seems the knights have been tasked with subduing the leaders of the Western Church. We may be given the opportunity to help them with their mission.
To think, our own professor was born in Fodlan, and yet knew nothing of the church. I never imagined explaining something so basic to an instructor of mine. You're something of a special case, are you not?
How strange that the Archbishop would ask someone like that to lead her students. There's clearly more to that decision than we know.
Lady Rhea is pretty scary sometimes. But to execute that whole group, just like that? It seems harsh, even for her.
Sounds like exactly what she would do.
If one of us does something bad, I wonder what she would do to us. Professor, do you agree with the Archbishop's actions?
There you are, Professor. It seems Lady Rhea would like a word with you. Come with me.
Fine. The Sword of the Creator is your favorite weapon, but repairing is a pain?
The Archbishop lives.
Why is that?
Not that I had ever placed much faith in those swine from the Western Church.
I have news, both good and bad. The remains of Saros were not in a tomb. However, something else was. The Sword of the Creator.
I like your feathers.
Ah, the weapon wielded by that thief, the King of Liberation.
Thief? Huh. At any rate, it is now in the hands of the Academy's new professor. I doubt you will be surprised to hear that the crest stone had already been removed from the sword when it was found.
I know they've referred to this, knight? This feather knight as he, but, sounds like a girl to me.
As expected. It would be foolish
I mean,
to
why
keep
use a
both
voice
in the same
changer?
location.
Unless you're trying to hide something.
There's more. The professor was able
I have
to
theories.
awaken the sword's true power. Even without the crest stone, the sword glowed red. The professor's crest is compatible. There is no mistaking it.
Absurd. Using a relic without its crest stone should be impossible. The King of Liberation's bloodline should not even...
I don't think so, Crab. I
They
think
must
it's
be allowed to keep
the
it
game's
for
way
now.
of hiding who this person
I do not
really
have
is.
enough information about the professor to act. As for your request, I assent. The Death Knight is at your command. Use him well.
Feather Shoulders is in fact Lappy.
Good. I believe I will enjoy this a great deal.
Very expensive if you fix it with the blacksmith. Otherwise, you can repair it by wasting a weekend.
I cannot
I
thank
wanna
you
waste my
enough
weekends.
for defeating those invaders in the Holy Mausoleum, and especially for
Theories.
protecting the Sword of the Creator. That sword is one of the hero's relics, and the most precious artifact in the Church's possession.
I missed whether you said you agreed with the decision or not. I didn't have the chance to say anything because Sedith came in.
It is also a weapon of terrifying power.
For
now, I will entrust the sword to you. Please, use it wisely.
Lady Rhea, wait! Do you truly mean to give the Sword of the Creator to this stranger?
Rude.
Surely it is not the sort of thing one hands over so readily, even to someone who has the ability to wield it.
I mean, he does have a point.
If someone like Nemesis were to appear again, all of Fodlan would be consumed by war.
Nemesis?
Nemesis, the King of Liberation. He is an ancient king of mankind who was defeated by Saros over 1,000 years ago.
Was he the guy in the opening scene who was stabbed a bunch of times? Is that what they're referring to?
When Fodlan was attacked by wicked gods, it is said that the goddess gifted Nemesis with the Sword of the Creator. Nemesis used that sword to defeat the wicked gods, saving all of Fodlan. Henceforth, he was dubbed the King of Liberation. However, his power began to corrupt him until he himself turned to the darkness.
I think so.
Saint Seros was forced to destroy him. Lady Rhea, I beg you to reconsider. Given a little more time, we could more accurately assess this stranger's abilities.
That guy was Nemesis and the woman was Saros. Okay, that's what I thought. I have theories about feather shoulders.
No. I have faith, Sereth. Faith that our friend here will not be corrupted by wickedness.
I mean, too fucking late.
Since the death of Nemesis, none have been able to wield the sword of the Creator. Now, after all those long years of being sealed away, it has returned and found a new master.
I understand. As you wish, Lady Rhea.
You'll get over it,
Professor. See that you do not betray the trust the Archbishop has seen fit to bestow upon you.
The sword of the Creator? The King of Liberation? Each tale is more confusing than the last. And I really can't read that Rhea at all. That sword is clearly precious. So why is she so keen to gift the thing to you? Is that a fact? I feel as though we have become entangled in a mystery. And there is one more thing that has been plaguing me. The sword of the Creator. It somehow feels distinct from other relics we have seen.
Well, I shouldn't have to repair it if it's so great.
Such as the one that... Oh goodness, what was her name? Cat...
Cat.
Yes, her! The Sword of the Creator is different from her Thunderbrand in one key way.
Oh, I'm sorry, Red.
It bears a hole, where something should have been, but is no more. I despise not knowing what is going on. It frightens me. And yet, I place my trust in you. I must. Whatever comes to pass, please swear to cut a path that is your own.
I will cut a path through a lot of people. Promise. Promise. Well, we didn't kill the Death Knight. We did try. It was a good attempt. I mean, we still won. So, you know.
Part 1. White Clouds. Verdant Rain Moon. Tower of Black Winds.
It's story time with Gerald.
The ceaseless rains that satiate the verdant landscape of Fodlan are accompanied by fierce winds and mighty roars of thunder. This abundance of rain, sparkling as it falls against beams of emerging sunlight, is a constant reminder to the people of Fodlan that nature is ever wild and unpredictable. For when the rain finally does take pause, the clouds part and give way to a glorious rainbow.
You did pretty well. You shaved off a bit of his HP. I didn't even shave off a tiny bit. I just died. Well, you're playing on hard though, too. But I mean, I did weaken him, so I'll take it. I'm just cranky that he wasn't stunned because I definitely thought he would be stunned and then my plan would have been great. But no. This is my life. It's fine. Ooh, 4,000. I'll take it. Good. I can buy my children more weapons.
I have a new mission for you, Professor.
Of course you do.
I would like for you to take your students into Kingdom territory to eliminate some thieves.
Cool.
They stole a hero's relic from House Gautier of the Holy Kingdom of Fargus. The Lance of
The
Ruin.
Holy Kingdom of Fargus.
Their leader's
Okay.
name is Miklan. He is apparently a disowned son of House Gautier.
It's Sylvain's brother, I think.
I believe it had something to do with his lack of a crest. Such happenings are fairly common within the kingdom.
Random, thank you for the host, by the way.
The Crestless cannot unleash the goddess's power even if they possess a relic. Nonetheless, they are still capable of simply wielding those weapons.
You stabbed him with Ingrid as a Pegasus Knight a couple times. I don't have Ingrid. Sadly. Also, none of my units are intermediate, although we should be, some of them should, I think, be able to get certification. Hi, Random. Oh, hell yeah, going to Fargus. Let's go meet King Luke.
The hero's relics are immensely powerful weapons. We must meet this threat with adequate force. Unfortunately, most of the Knights of Seiros are away from the monastery, purging the apostates of the Western Church. So we are entrusting you with this mission. After all, you wield the Sword of the Creator, which is more than capable of opposing any relic.
The Sword of the Creator is a powerful weapon well beyond the other relics. You have nothing to fear. However, to ensure that no harm comes to the students, we will also send the monastery's most skilled individuals to aid you.
I must remind you that you are expected to conduct yourself in a manner befitting the wielder of that holy sword.
No promises.
Also, you should know that Professor Hanneman has been looking for you. That is all.
Great, he's gonna want like another vial of my blood.
Professor,
hey, Kane.
I heard about our mission for this month. A thief with a hero's relic is worrisome, but with you at our side, I'm certain we can handle him. After all, you have the Sword of the Creator. It was allegedly wielded by Nemesis, the King of Liberation. If the legends are true, you hold the power to stand against entire armies. A band of thieves should be nothing. Even the most elite Imperial forces or the Knights of Seiros could not hope to defeat you. I'm just marveling at the potential. Besides, your power does not lie solely in the Sword of the Creator. You are stronger and more terrifying than you realize.
Excellent.
Professor, when we leave the monastery, will you still think of yourself as my teacher?
I'm not sure what you're asking.
Never mind. I'm being thoughtless with my words.
Ma'am?
For now, let's just focus on the problem at hand.
Good of you to come, Professor. I've heard much about
I did not
you
agree to this.
Specifically, that you are able to awaken the Sword of the Creator's power. Thusly, it seems the true nature of your crest has been uncovered.
Wait.
I had, of course, seen your crest before. However, at first, I failed to recognize its true nature. Eventually, it dawned on me that what is visible is perhaps merely a small part of a greater whole. In other words, your crest is too significant to be detected when using normal instruments. After this discovery, I began researching crests that might fit that description, which allowed for a temporary hypothesis. However, I could not be certain. The crest my conclusions led me to was far too unusual. A crest thought to have disappeared from this world in the millennium since the fall of Nemesis, the King of Liberation. The crest of flames. That is what you possess.
Did Black Eagle route first myself. The characters are so well done in this one. Yeah, I really like this house a lot. I think I might go back through and play one of the other houses after this one.
Your ability to wield the Sword of the Creator has unequivocally proven my hypothesis. A legendary power, dormant since time immemorial, and now resurrected. There can be no doubt that this ancient power resides within you.
Well, good to know. Manuela's birthday. Oh, God. Yes.
Thank you.
I don't think I have any tea. I think that's why I couldn't have a tea party, sadly. You're curious to know how Edelgard is doing. Go for a visit. It does have New Game Plus. Yeah, I saw that. I think that's really cool that you can go back easily for another playthrough. Chose Golden Deer yourself, really enjoying it.
Save.
What? Is that a ghost?
A ghost, perhaps? No, that is surely not the case.
I didn't say a ghost.
What is that look upon your face? I am no ghost, if that is what was on your mind.
Unless I accidentally switched down to that one, because that's not what I meant.
No. Who's there? Professor, what are you doing here? Oh? Perhaps I was talking in my sleep.
You're still fully dressed.
Ah, so you heard me then. Yes, it was a nightmare. I've had them since I was a child. Stupid, pointless dreams I can't control. It's terribly frustrating. No, they're just worthless dreams of the past. Talking about it won't change a thing. I had a feeling you'd say that. I suppose I could try. But only if you swear not to tell a soul.
Looks at a chat room full of people. No, I'm not gonna tell anybody.
I appreciate it. I dream of my older brother, paralyzed, helpless. My older sister crying for help that never came. The youngest babbling words beyond meaning. I see my family dying slowly, waiting in the darkest depths for a glimmer of light. I once had 10 siblings, 8 older and 2 younger. Such a large family, and yet I became the heir to the throne. Do you know why? Every last one of them was crippled by disease, or lost their mind, or died. I was the only one left who could inherit the throne. Things kept getting worse. The darkness kept getting darker. In the end, I was the only one who survived. The nightmares are a reminder to never forget, to never allow such terrible things to happen again. Even now, I'm the only one who can carry the weight of the Adrestian Empire. The future of the Empire, of everything, depends on me. I shared more than I intended to. I suppose there's something in the air tonight. I've never told anyone about my past before. Please, forget I said anything. Sleep well, my teacher.
Jeez. Well, that got real. I don't think she was being an edgelord. I think she just had a sad life. Alright, let's check our certifications here. Oh, I didn't want that one. Yep. Intermediate, please. Thank you. Armored knight. Her hair is kind of clipping through, and the armor goes a little above her chin. I don't know. I don't know if I want to focus... Like, change her focus to magic? Because that was her hidden talent? I'm not sure what I want to do yet. Oh, was she the only one? I thought there was someone else, but I guess not. Everybody's just really close. Fair enough. That paraglider cape. Wish the Lord class was sword, axe, spear, or bow because you've got to hard pivot the house heads for that shit. Yeah. I know, that seems kind of strange. I think I'm gonna do a battle and try to get some other people leveled up for the certifications. I don't know, the Lord class seems like it'd be kind of cool. Let me see what I have. Oh, Petra's just hanging on to that seal. That seal. That's fine. I'm gonna have to also get some new weapons for them pretty soon. Dorothea has spirit dust. Yeah, so reason is her special skill. I mean, I could switch her over, make her focus on reason instead. Changing to a magic class isn't a bad idea since the magic class can use weapons, whereas the non-magical classes cannot use magic. That's kind of what I was thinking too. If you train in magic and weapon, you can unlock a class that specializes in magic and weapon. May not be a bad idea then. I'm trying to decide if I want to give Dorothea the spirit dust or give it to Hubert. I don't know. We'll see. Right now, we just kind of need to focus on getting everybody leveled up. I could also switch to a magic class. I'm actually going to get rid of that because it's not super helpful. Just want to make sure we're good. Also, she has this cool black magic crit ability. Yeah, maybe I will switch her over to focus on magic after this. Alright, let's see. No, I like to be facing this way. Alright. Doesn't look too bad. Reduces movement. Oh, the desert reduces movement. That's interesting. Magic is cool and all, but what about big armor? I mean, the big armor just makes me laugh.
That's my cue.
To be honest. At least on Edelgard it did. Because it just looked ridiculous. Flyer class is always a good goal as well. Movement is king in these games. Yeah, I'm kind of, I'm working on Ferdinand. I think he's at what? Not gonna show me. Because I've been having him do the, like the stable thing. Extracurricular activity, whatever it's called. To try to prep him for that. Oh no. Go for it. See if she gets lucky.
Weak.
It was a good try.
I'm on it. Battle.
Was there a reason that he didn't take damage there?
Put me in there.
As you wish.
I am Ferdinand von Eyre.
He is Ferdinand von Eyre. You guys know that? I bet you didn't.
Stay focused.
I will get the victory.
I will prevail.
Usually magic users have very good resistance.
Take me seriously.
Oh shit. Couldn't have done that, bro.
All roses have thorns.
Mistakes were made. Usually magic users have very good resistance, which means other magic users' attacks will do little to no damage. Oh. Okay. Sylvain, you should probably...
Be gone.
Well, almost level 9. Really? Really? Pegasus Knights and Wyvern Lords are really good, but keep them away from archers because they're incredibly weak to them. Good to know.
Hardly worth my time.
Nice. Whoa, who's that orange-haired lad? He looks like royalty almost. Oh, Oh, Hubert had a good, good stat boost there.
I shouldn't strain myself. You were wide open. Not quite what I was after.
Alright, so there's 2 at level 10.
Sweet of you.
This is punishment for you being late, DJM. Being Ferdinand. Welcome back, Robo Panda. Hi, Dooms. So these are all students, quite the field trip. Yeah. Kind of like the Magic School Bus, you know? Like, you know, whatever field trip you're about to go on, you may die. Just like the Magic School Bus. I'm the Fire Emblem version of Miss Frizzle. I think Miss Frizzle's a little oblivious to the danger, whereas I thrive on it.
I'm shocked you made it easy.
Alright, 21. You love the Magic School Bus?
I'm just getting started.
I loved the Magic School Bus video games.
That's my cue. Thanks.
Hey, Mistel's girl, by the way. I wonder how the parents, knowing that their kids may die while doing this schoolwork. I mean, the parents probably don't know. The parents are probably unaware of what is going on. Oh, feel free to lurk stargazing. Oh, I got you, Mistel's girl. Nice.
I owe you one.
If only my research had such results.
No one makes it past me.
I mean, that's the goal, not creative with names. The main protagonist is the player character. Let me take Hubert back. Just because he's already level 10. Give someone else a chance, Hubert.
Failure is not an option.
Well. Damn, Edelgard.
Long road yet.
Talk about bloodthirsty. You need to take a step back, too. Rip.
That one
The
is
lizard. Alright, level 9, I'll take it.
I
Ooh,
like how this feels.
major stat boost. We need to prep him, because he's going to be murdering his brother very soon, so, you know. Gotta make sure he's ready.
any skills, you know.
Thanks for helping.
Bar can chill as well.
I will use the strategy. Hard work created this.
Everybody's doing really well right now. Hey, stop running off. Well, mistakes were made by this man.
I want to be all I can.
Did the bus talk? I honestly don't remember. What's not very good? Fire! And he's down. The bus didn't talk.
Even enjoy it. You're out of luck.
Wait. Oh, the Magic School Bus sequel reboot isn't very good. I heard that. Most reboots they've done have been terrible, and I'm just like, ugh. You know? Can't you just make a good one? There's one dude left. Alright, let's see. Let's see. Level 9, level 9. You just got level 10.
Thank you.
The last good cartoon reboot, you know, is DuckTales. Haven't heard many other good ones beside it. Yeah. Mostly I hear people talking about how bad reboots are. Oh, come on, Ferdinand. Like, right there.
I will win!
Oh, shit.
I will not be stopping.
Nice. Nice.
Hard work created this.
Sure did.
Amazing.
We got poultry. Sweet. That went pretty well. So just to make sure, if I go back, it takes me to, like, it would start the next week, right? I didn't use any of my activity points though, so I'm not 100% sure. The Thundercats reboot looked anime as fuck, was real good. Oh, cool. Not the latest one, but the one before it. It ends the week. Okay, then I'm gonna use my activity point. Level 11. I think we can do it. I mean, I might as well. And then we can hopefully get everybody else leveled up. The moment you choose what to do, you're locked into the decision. Okay. Well, this is an interesting map we have here. Alright, so you need to go up there. Alright. Let me go to the marketplace. Let's see. I have something broken. I don't think I have this unlocked yet. No. Something... Ah, yes. Well, that's unfortunate.
Is that the one?
Wow, it's not really worth it to sell it, is it?
Is that the one? Thanks a bunch.
I'm hoping that the blacksmith gets unlocked soon. Okay, so I'm gonna have to buy her a new bow. That's fine.
Is that the one? Thanks a bunch. Is that the one? Thanks a bunch.
Let's see how everybody else is doing. He's got an iron lance. We should be okay, but I think we can give him a javelin.
Is that the one? Thanks a bunch.
We can have one too.
Is that the one? Thanks a bunch.
bunch.
I like everybody being able to have a ranged attack if it comes to it. If possible. I need to replenish everybody.
Come back soon.
Thanks a bunch. Would recommend exploring the first thing every month so that the benefits you might get from leveling up your professor level can be used the whole month. Oh no, you're fine, Umbreons. That's not a bad idea. I just wanted to get everybody kind of leveled up and certified, but that's a good point. I don't like to wait too long to explore because there's so much you can do.
Stay focused.
All right, friend.
Now's our chance.
Oh.
I am Ferdinand von Eyre.
He is Ferdinand von Eyre. You guys know that?
Oh no. That's my cue.
I will get the victory.
I will prevail.
I guess I'll have them start
Put
going
me in
this way. Just so we don't have, you know, the whole route clogged.
I'm on it. Battle.
Yes.
We must all do our part.
You need to get out of my way.
That is that.
Level up.
Greatness awaits me.
I thought I was dead. Whoa, did I get stronger?
Not really. Alright, we'll head over this way. That's what I meant to do. My problem with Ferdinand is that he's always trying to one-up Edelgard. And thinks he's better than her. And he's obsessed with his nobility, and it's very annoying. Oh, he coming. Well, there we go.
Am I done yet? I guess hard work does pay off.
Theron, I'm already fed up with that.
Not worth the risk.
It's time.
Direct. I'm telling you, Theron, Leonia's trying to be your stepmom. She's trying. She does. Like, get off my dad. Just take a step back and evaluate what is happening. There you go, bro.
Thank you.
Maybe evaluate your life's decisions, ma'am. That was a mistake that you just made.
Should I have held back?
Oh. Even when they have 1 HP bothers me.
Dead. Battle, a chance to grow. Such power dwells within.
I am Ferdinand von Eyre.
No surprise.
This was beneath me.
Nice.
Greatness awaits me.
Rick.
Thanks so much.
There we go. I think we got everybody now.
I think I'm improving.
Your defeat was inevitable.
How humiliating.
Nice. Get wrecked. Sir.
Can I go now?
No. You must stay and enjoy the bloodshed. And I'll know if you're not enjoying it.
That really helped.
Only a fool challenges me. I will master this.
Oh, sweet. New move. I mean, at this point, I might as well just let them finish it.
No hesitation.
Should not have done that.
Should I have held back?
Not quite what I was after.
Wrecked.
Must be awful losing to me.
It would be terribly embarrassing. Ooh, 4,000. Nice. I'm the MVP. I like that too, Crab. Umbreons, you want to be my dad? Well, this just got awkward. Does that make Red my grandfather? Alright, you little shits. Let's see how you're doing. Hubert is not in the mood for class. Alright. Magic. Nice.
My efforts were not in vain. I'm improving, thanks to you.
I mean, you're not wrong.
I'm improving, thanks to you. I'm improving, thanks to you.
I didn't know the answer. I'm sorry. That's really kind.
Yeah. 3 stars. This unit now excels in the writing skill. Learn the ability pass.
I guess I've got some talent.
The 3 stars means that that's a weakness, but it can turn into a strength. So it can become a hidden talent if you keep training them. And then once you get the 3 stars, then it becomes a strength. Not every character has one, but several of them do.
I am beginning to understand.
What? Yeah. So I've been trying to focus on them if I can. Just to give myself some options.
Hey, that was useful.
Alright.
May I ask you something?
When one professor lectures many students, some will inevitably have trouble keeping up while others will get too far ahead in their studies. I wonder how this problem might be solved.
Is that so?
Professor points!
Professor?
No. You do what I say, and you'll like it.
I think we can do it.
With the 2 of us, there is nothing to worry about. It is done.
Oh, nice. Oh, Petra got to be
starting to take shape.
I work to grow.
Cool. I'll take it. We need to go exploring. After I check the certifications. Holy shit. This isn't overwhelming. Okay, so I think I need to change her beginner's one. Or maybe I can just go to intermediate. She might be. I mean, she has a lower chance of getting it. Maybe I should wait until we do like a seminar or something. I might want to wait. Alright, what we got for you, Hubie? A mage? Or dark mage. Well, alright, let me see. Enemies with high physical defense are no match for the mage, who can bend black magic to their will. The dark mage shatters enemies with high physical defense using dark magic. You can skip the lower rank if you want. There's only one class that requires the lower class as a prerequisite. Okay. You could look for a dark seal. I'm confused. A dark seal? Oh, I see. So... Oh, so that needs a different kind of seal. Well, I want him to be a dark mage. How do I get a dark seal? Besides, the outfit is much better, and we need to consider this. You know what I'm saying? This is important. You get from the death... Do I have to get... Oh, man. So I pretty much have to beat him to get it. Should I make him a mage in the meantime, and then the next time we fight the Dark Knight, try to kill him and get the seal? The Death Knight is what drops the Dark Seal. He's easy to beat. Not last time, but I don't think anybody was really high enough level. You can change the classes anytime. Alright, we'll make him a mage in the meantime then.
I've passed, have I?
Dark magic and black magic both use reasons. Using the mage to upgrade the reason skill is a good idea. Okay. Alright, so this is pretty much what I wanted for him anyway. So here you go, Ferdinand. Death Knight gave you stress. You just stole it off the fucker. How do you steal
True
stuff?
noble never fails.
If you give some people weapons that are strong against armor, you'll get Death Boy easily. Well, I'm hoping too that because everybody's gonna have higher levels and stuff, that it'll be easier this time around. Oh, I gotta go get some seals. Hang on. To steal, you need a thief class and have high speed. The higher the speed, the higher the chance of you successfully stealing. The annoying part is that the Death Knight is only guaranteed to appear at least 3 times, so if you miss out on beating him, you're locked out of the Dark Mage. That's butt. That's butt. I'll have him be a priest. It's priest. Have a little priest. No one eat him. He probably would not taste very good.
I passed? Well done, me.
I know, we're all shocked. Oh my god. What is this? Your boob is out, sir. That doesn't seem very wise. Oh, he got a stat bonus?
Oh yeah, nailed it.
How? How did that happen? I mean, I'll take it, but how did it happen? Nice Braveheart cosplay. Ooh. I could be a thief. That'd be cool. Man, it's really... I don't know. I may also want to go towards a magic class for me, since my special skill is magic. I don't know. I mean, Bernadetta could be a thief, maybe. Do Pegasus Knights have to use a lance? Can they use any form of ranged attacks? Or do they have to use the lance? I'm gonna think about that for a little bit. Dorothea could be a thief. If your character's stats are under the class upgrade standards, the character gets a stat boost to reach them. Oh. Thief Byleth is hot. The Dark Bishop is the one class I was talking about having a prerequisite to advance to the Dark Bishop class. You need to have been certified in the Dark Mage. Okay. I could have her go towards Mage. Some of these I'm just not decided on yet. You can be a thief. Well, I know what I'm gonna be. Petra could also be a thief. I will think about this. Once a thief, always a thief. You get the steal skill, so you can temporarily become a thief just for the skill and move to another class. That's pretty cool. I might actually do that for a couple people just so that I have that ability. Not gonna lie. Alright, I'm gonna think on that for a bit. Let's explore. Let's explore. Oh, Dad wants to talk to us. The saint statues have been quite neglected lately. Ooh. Ooh, the blacksmith. Finally. Finally, things are happening. Finally. Oh my god, my map. Ooh. Ginger tea. Well, we could have had tea with Manuela if I had just gone outside and grabbed that tea. But, you know. All about crops. Oh my gosh, it's just like a Harvest Moon player's guide. Greenhouse crops. Ah, nothing I can steal. Oh. A needle and spool of thread. They probably belong to someone who hides away doing needlework. Gee, I wonder who that could be.
I'm not secretly eating cake.
Well, I can sense it.
Okay, what's Bernie doing right now? Oh, fine. You got me. But keep it a secret, all right?
No.
I've been looking for this. Thank you so much.
Sure thing. Need to get everybody's motivation up because everybody is sad and doesn't want to learn. She did not get far with the needle. No, she did not. I guess I gotta make Ignatz a thief since Eco caused simulation.
I am sorry
Hey, bro.
that the kingdom's unrest did not stop with Lord Lenato. Professor, the hero's relics are incredibly powerful. Please, be on your guard.
For the most part, Pizza, they're, like, if you're accepting quests, sometimes they won't fully say everything. But for the most part, it is. The player character is not. That's kind of the main exception. The player character doesn't talk too much, except for sometimes on the battlefield or, like, when leveling up. But they don't really speak in conversations.
The Western Church, the Central Church. They believe in the same goddess, but oppose one another. Fodlan is a complicated place.
There is. Metal piece from a sword belt that broke due to wear. Probably belongs to someone who is devoted to training. Alright.
Mercedes. Her face looks familiar.
That's a weird, creepy thing to say, sir. Lance tournament. Let me see. How are your skills? Oop. C plus. Okay, so they're both C plus. I might try to enter, but the problem is I only have like 2 activity points, I think. Oh no, I have 4. So I could probably do that. I don't think they would win, but you know. Oh, if tells me. All right, Sylvain. Oh geez, he's gonna fight Ingrid? Well, this is gonna be interesting. Okay, cool.
Be gone.
Nice.
That went as expected.
Don't think I could stand hearing Ferdinand through this whole tournament.
What's next?
Fuck her up. Come on, Sylvain.
Just give up.
Nice. All right, here we go.
went as expected.
Hey! We won! And I'm an even better professor now. Your supply of activity points for instructing and exploration has increased! Yay! More money, master classes, cooking together! Adjutant? Once you reach professor level C, you can assign an adjutant to follow unit into battle. The number you can assign per battle increases with your professor level. Occasionally adds a follow-up attack in combat. Guard defends against and reduces damage from follow-up attacks. Or heal. Occasionally heals the host unit at the start of a turn. More effective at higher support levels. Cool. GG Sylvain. We did it!
Well... So the whole plan to attack the monastery was some plot devised by the Western Church? That means they used Lenato.
He's dead though.
What right do they have to drag a good man like him into their schemes?
He made his own decisions. He did this.
Right.
What's up,
you guys
man?
have it bad in your own way. But believe me when I say we've got it bad too.
Are you
With
gonna
all
whine?
that happened last month, a great many knights were dispatched to the Western Church. And now we must set out for the Eastern Church, located in the far east of the Lester Alliance.
Sounds
if
like you're
I must
whining.
die in Alliance territory, I wish it wasn't in the mountains in the middle of nowhere. I'd much rather go on a sightseeing trip to Deirdre. Oh, you don't know? Deirdre is House Regan's domain. It's called the Aquatic Capital.
Okay. Need to get someone else to do my cleaning for me. Makes sense. Do it. I mean, that seems like a good idea. Make Seth do it.
Okay. I've had a chance to spar with Gilbert of the Knights of Seros before.
Why do you sound like you're like 50?
I couldn't get a single strike in. If that man is accompanying you on your assignment, you can rest assured that no harm will come to you. To be honest, he kind of reminds me of someone. But no, it must be my imagination, right?
Mm-hmm. Basically, you can give a character a teammate. I usually give one of my stronger characters, weaker characters backup because the backup character will still gain experience or like an EXP share. That's pretty cool.
Isn't it strange? Saint Seros' body was missing from her coffin, but they found a sword in its place. Do you think she moved from her coffin and left the sword behind?
Yep, it was me all along. Little known fact, it was me. Alright, let's see. Alright, well you two need some motivation here. Come over here and sing. This woman clearly failed for the past 50 years. This was held back.
Vying for attention.
Yay, I gained authority. There's no way that woman ain't 50 years old. Right. Ooh, what's this? Shit, I didn't see what it was. No, I need to look in storehouse. Letter from Edelgard. Aw. I still have my letter. it's an art book. Okay. Pride doesn't boost motivation. Oh, I keep thinking that it does, and then I'm wrong, and then I'm sad. Well, I mean, it does stuff, so it counts. It's fine. It's fine. You have not yet unlocked. Bite me. You know, I probably have to go talk to Seteth, which is fine. I'll just make my way over there right now. I don't know why I keep thinking it boosts motivation. It does not. And then I'm deceived. Hedwig, where are you going? Where are you going, Hedwig? There you are, creepy lady.
You must be rather bewildered by the power that was hidden within.
Nope.
However,
I always knew
that
I'd be
I believe
amazing.
in you. I have no doubt that you will use that power justly. You will most certainly fulfill the grand destiny that the goddess has seen fit to grant you. May I ask a favor of you?
Find 2 students in your assigned house who are struggling with life and give them herbs to help alleviate their issues. Are you telling me to give my students drugs, ma'am? Because I don't think that's a good idea. Well, I think I am gonna do this though. Learned heal, sweet.
Practice yields results.
I'll take it. Edith.
Ah, Professor. Gerald was looking for you.
It's a trap. She's a cop.
It seems he has gone off somewhere.
Well,
if he is
that's
not in his
helpful.
room, then surely someone has seen him. Ask around.
Probably Leone. A visit to this month only. Oh, I better do that.
I have something to ask of you.
Take on more missions and assignments is a good way to keep up your training. Head out in the battlefield. Alright. You need to go to battle to complete certain quests. Okay. Did you see my dad?
Professor, are you looking for
Of
Captain
course
Gerald?
you
I just saw
did.
him in the Knight's Hall a little while ago. He was talking with a female knight, but I didn't get a good look at who she was.
Why are you creeping outside? Like his quarters? Just weird. I don't want a stepmother, thank you. Oh my.
Oh my. The crest of flames? Could it really? Yes, the actual crest of flames! Ha! No, that is quite enough. I should compose myself. I must remain objective in my research. Objective, professional. The scandal with the Western Church troubles me. We cannot afford to let ourselves be swept along, and yet...
And yet. And yet. They probably belong to an adult with a taste for liquor? Dad? Are you an alcoholic, Dad? Do we need to have a talk?
Hi. Don't you think Professor Hanneman's been acting a bit strange? Maybe he's made some kind of big discovery. Oh, that's mine. Thank you so much. I've been looking everywhere.
Sup?
The assassination attempt on Lady Rhea, the theft of a hero's relic. I am up to my ears in foul news of recent.
Well, you shouldn't check Twitter.
Speaking of, there's a terrifying rumor swirling around Garreg Mach these days. Apparently, a spirit of death wielding a huge scythe has been kidnapping young maidens. Will the madness never end?
Dude, I tried to kill him. You know, I did. Give me no credit. No credit at all. Fix it, Felix. What's up?
Think of it. The sword of the Creator, belonging to the ancient king Nemesis. You have to master it as soon as you can. I can't wait to face off against such a legendary weapon.
Is this yours? This belt?
That's mine. Thank you for finding it.
Sure thing.
I heard about the things you did. I'm so glad Lady Rhea is safe. I figure you're a great person after all, Professor.
I'm not, but thanks.
Hey there.
Cloud.
Teach, I hear you were able to use the Sword of the Creator. That means... could it mean that you're a descendant of Nemesis, the King of Liberation?
Maybe Nemesis is actually dead. I mean, people have said that he looks the same. He's not aging. I'm just saying. Maybe that was Dad. All along. I spot a glowy. Get out of the way. Emotional attachment to Rhea. A portrait of Rhea. Made for a believer. It probably belongs to someone with an emotional attachment to Rhea. What the fuck? Was it yours, kid?
Hey, I heard.
You seem pretty attached.
Hey, that's mine.
That's kind of creepy, dude. I'm just saying. A little creepy. Ah, Flan. Flan has a quest for us. Flan. The fish. What
Why
about
is
it?
that fish so still? Wait, is it swimming sideways? Perhaps it is resigned to its woeful fate of being plucked from the water and eaten. Ah, Professor, you are so outgoing with all of the students. I would like to have more opportunities to connect with you, though I'm certain my brother would disapprove. Might
Probably.
you help me with a favor?
Pick up the objects that are scattered on the ground in front of the saint statues. Okay. I can do that. Hi.
It's awful. Just awful what happened with the rite of rebirth. The infirmary. Well, it was a mess. Things are finally
I mean, a
calm
lot of
again.
my students did
So
die.
I've come here to unwind. Let me tell you, I put all of my knowledge to use keeping those kids alive. Still, the truth of it is that when someone faces death for the first time, well, they figure out who they are. They learn if they can do it again.
I did not come here to have a deep conversation with you, ma'am.
We can't lose them, Professor. Not to battle or to cowardice. If you can keep them going, then I will too.
I mean,
Wherever
oh
did
my
this
god,
turn
it's
up?
hers.
Thank you for getting it back to me.
Alright, well, fair enough. don't think I've gotten this dialogue. Well, I guess she just saves these deep conversations for me for some reason. Thanks for that. You're still eating cake? Here, have some of this.
Thank you.
Hi. Let's see. Ooh, Chloe.
Greetings, Professor. Nothing to
Hey, man.
report. Oh, come to think of it, last month there was something to report, wasn't there? Thanks to you, I hear that everything was resolved. I never realized that bandits had entered. I'm not a great guard after all, am I? I hope you will forgive me one day.
Welcome.
Hi. Oh wait, I want to go
Please
to the
come again.
blacksmith.
Could you help me out?
Find the iron welding material near the marketplace. Well, I did. Pretty sure I just found that. So. Cool.
Hey there.
Repair. Okay.
Is this it? There you go.
Alter or improve a weapon's capabilities? Oh. That takes a lot of those smithing stones, though.
Come back anytime.
I don't know. Can I buy those?
Welcome.
Not from you.
Please come again.
What do you require? Farewell.
Oh wait,
What do you
I might
require?
have some new battalions I could try.
Do you want to hire this?
Great to meet you.
Do you want to hire this battalion? Do you want to hire this? Do you want to hire?
Leave it all.
Do.
Do you want to hire this?
Nice to meet you.
Farewell.
That'll do for now.
I could use your help.
Head to Magdred Way and take down the bandits. New merchants will come to the monastery to sell their wares if they know the area is safe. Okay. I can do that.
Me? Professor, please leave Sylvain alone for the time being.
Don't tell me what to do. For now, you can't buy the smithing stone. It's unlocked later. Okay.
The thing is, the bandits' leader who stole the relic is Sylvain's disinherited older brother.
Sweet. I can make him kill him. Puts hair on your chest, you know. Murdering your brother. What are you humming about back there?
I have a request. Hail, Professor.
If I may introduce myself, I am Gilbert. My life has been spent as a dedicated knight. I am to accompany you on your assignment. I may have slowed a step in recent years, but I pledge to you the full extent of my abilities. No, Professor. The pleasure is all mine, I assure you.
New daddy? Oh, he can do training, which is pretty cool. What a disgrace to the nobility, what you?
I have heard that someone from House Gautier, one of the Kingdom of Fargus's noble families, is causing some sort of commotion. What a complete disgrace to the nobility.
I mean, that's what I would do, stargazing. Someone who's picky about their bedding. Well, gee. Who do you think needs a Tempur-Pedic bed? I think we all know. Practical map of the forest made by Geralt. It probably belongs to someone who has known Geralt for a long time. I don't know, maybe me? Is it mine? Key of the Saints. It sounds like Saints Row tea. Right.
Hey, Professor. Don't you think everyone's making too big a fuss over these crests, or heroes' relics, or whatever they're called? How important can that stuff really be? Personally, I don't even care that I don't have a crest. I'll take muscles over crests any day. Heck, I'll take muscles over a hot meal. Actually...
He's gonna start eating his muscles. We better keep an eye on him.
I thought school life would be peaceful and quiet, with a sprinkle of drama to keep things interesting. But since you arrived, it's been one thing after another. Is that just a coincidence, I wonder? What do you mean? I don't like the way you said that. Stop trying to spook me.
Too late.
Aristocrats are fools, allowing their lives to be dictated by their crests. Though, I suppose I am much the same in that regard. Yes, I'm actually very busy right now. If you're here to ask a favor,
I've heard you
please
are
ask
OP.
someone else.
Please join my house. Rude.
That reminds me. The Leicester Alliance is governed through roundtable conferences between the 5 most prominent allied dukes, the 5 Great Lords. First and foremost is Duke Regan, the Alliance's leader. Joining him are the heads of House Goneril, House Gloucester, and House Ardelia. Lastly, there is the newest addition, Margrave Edmund. These 5 each have voting power in the conferences. Before House Edmund, it was House Daphne that was counted amongst the 5. However, it is said that the head of that family relinquished their vote to House Edmund, which had only recently risen to significance.
Stop trying to suck up. I'm not even your teacher. Encyclopedia of Sweets.
I thought school, but
No, not you, not you. Don't want to talk to you.
Aristocrats, though.
Don't you like sweets?
Hey! That's mine! Thank you for finding it!
You're welcome.
Okay.
Who's your favorite character? So far, I don't know if I have a single favorite character. I like most of the people in my house, except for a few.
So, you have a crest too, eh, Professor? Does that mean you're descended from nobility? You've certainly got the look for it.
Nah, it didn't give me a prompt, Umbreons. I couldn't talk to Hilda.
I sure do wish there were
Which
more
is very
nobles like
annoying.
you, Professor. A teacher, a mercenary, and so very mysterious. How could a girl ever get enough?
Man.
Professor, if you're heading to the kingdom, I would recommend taking a coat. It's chilly, even at this time of year. It also rains a fair bit. Don't get caught out there without protection, or you're sure to catch a cold.
Good life advice. There you are.
Swinging a sword about in the Holy Mausoleum? The potential for damage is too great to imagine. I sincerely hope the saints' coffins were not damaged.
Too late.
Were you using magic? I've heard you weren't, but it's torture not being able to go inside the Holy Mausoleum for an entire year.
Okay.
Oh, thank you. I
His
gave
special
up hope of ever
pillow.
finding it. I'll gladly take this.
I appreciate your effort.
She knows that we did her quest because she's always watching like a creeper. No, you didn't. You did not tell me that, Robo
I heard
Panda.
a relic was stolen. If this had something to do with a family conflict, I don't think I could choose a side. What if it's some kind of powerful weapon? I want one too.
No.
I know relics aren't easy to come by. But
They're
I'd
all
still
mine.
like to get my hands on one.
They're all mine. If you go to the cyan speech bubble on the map, you can initiate a support conversation. Oh, okay. I can do
This has
that.
been my first time to the kingdom's north. I hear the people of North are cold and have much loneliness. Professor, I hear you have worked as a mercenary in the kingdom. Did you find joy in this? You cannot remember? Is that having possibility? I have amazement.
How do I not remember anything about my life? I don't understand. I'm gonna go up here and do this. She's just very bad at cooking, and then Dedu comes in and he's like, "Here, dumbass, let me teach you how to cook." Ah, beautiful. Saint Keyhole Shard.
You have helped me so much.
When you complete quests, paralogs, and auxiliary battles, you'll earn renown, which can be spent to restore the statues of the four saints. If you restore the statues, you will gain various bonuses to your unit's growth. Man, I wish these were my Saints Row characters. Alright, let's do this. Oh my gosh. Y'all look ready to attack. It is said she was a beautiful and kind soul who was beloved by all for her empathy and her ability to heal severe wounds. She is the daughter of Saint Keyhole. Oh, do I have to talk to you to do this?
Need something?
Yes. Alright, well.
This one?
This one? Yes.
You're all set. This one?
Lance skills.
You're all set.
This one?
Sword skills. That looks like Professor McGonagall.
You're all set. This one?
This one?
You're all set. This one? You're all set.
Any changes to these statues carry over New Game Plus? That's pretty
This
cool.
one?
Experience plus 5. Heck
You're all
yes.
This one?
This one?
You're all set. This one? You're all set.
Reason
one?
plus 1.
You're all set. This one?
Experience plus 5.
You're all set. This one?
Brawling plus 1.
You're all this one?
Experience plus 5.
You're all set.
Alright, now I'm gonna do class experience. plus
This one? You're all set.
Cool.
See you again soon.
I did a lot of work today. You should be very, very happy.
The coffin of Saros in the Holy Mausoleum should have held her remains. Instead, it held the sword of the Creator. What could it mean?
That she's not really dead, 'cause she's me, maybe. I don't know how, but maybe.
Some people are unhappy because they don't have the crest they want, and some are unhappy because they have a crest they never asked for.
Deep. Thank you. You two, what are you two doing back here?
For a hero's relic to be stolen, it's unheard of.
And just last month, the sword of the Creator was almost stolen too.
Also quite unheard of. What impudence.
For House Gautier to invite us onto their land, they must be desperate. But at least we'll have the stalwart knights ready to stand around and watch us do all the work.
Bump to the boot to the...
No!
Pizza. Thank you so much. I'm the pizza sharing dude for the 100 biddies. I appreciate those biddies. Did your character's outfit change from DLC? Yes. You get this outfit with the DLC.
Teacher.
Student. Ferdinand would like to speak with you. Is now a good time? I mean, he's right in my face. You can catch stuff.
Hello, Professor. May I speak with you? You seem to hold Edelgard in high esteem. That is my impression, at least.
Mm-hmm.
She is certainly talented. No doubt about that. But I wonder, what is your opinion of me? I am quite talented too, am I not? Be honest. Do not hold back. Pretend that I am just a regular person, not the scion of a noble house.
I don't want to hurt your feelings, but...
You think she is better than me?
Yep.
I was just being modest before. Honestly, I have always prided myself on being superior to Edelgard.
And this is why I don't like you.
But evidently, that is not your perspective. I suppose there is only one thing to do. I must demonstrate my excellence.
Oh god.
Nonsense! You have entirely underestimated my abilities. You think I could ignore such a slight upon my honor? Not likely. Come, Professor! We will begin with battle. Edelgard's skills in combat are no match for mine. I heard that just the other day, she defeated a demonic beast without assistance. Well, anything Edelgard can do, I can do better. And in half the time.
You need to get your head out of your ass, sir.
Professor, you can be my eyewitness and timekeeper. Here we go! 2 at once? That's... well, it will be fine.
Mutant Triceratops? What they look like.
I can't do it. It seems you have saved my life. Thank you, Professor.
Well, my student almost died today and I had to save his ass. He got cocky. Ah, Palpatine. How's it
The head
going?
of the Western Church holds
I'm
the
not
title of
evil.
Bishop. That's not as distinguished as an archbishop, such as Lady Rhea, but it still comes with a fair amount of authority. If someone in that position plotted an assassination, I cannot help but think it must have been instigated by some outside force. There are bishops in the Eastern Church as well, but to speak frankly, they do not have much impact.
Would have left his ass there. That'll teach him not to be cocky in his next slave.
They are under the
I am the
influence of both
Senate.
the Archbishop and the Leicester
I mean, come on, look at those
so their
sleeves.
ability to voice
You know he's evil. He's hiding something in there. That's why his sleeves are so big. They're full of secrets.
That man I walked past earlier. That wasn't Lord Rodrigue, was it? House Fraldarius is a powerful noble family, linked to the founding of Fargus. Lord Rodrigue, its current leader, is a magnificent warrior. He's known as the Shield of Fargus. A dozen or so years ago, during the Northern Campaign in Strang, he performed splendidly as the king's right hand. Come to think of it, wasn't there someone from House Fraldarius amongst this year's students?
I have no idea.
I am Rodrigue Achille Fraldarius. I bear the great honor of serving as a lord in the kingdom of Fargus.
Hello.
I have come in Margrave Gautier's stead to retrieve their stolen relic. However, as I hear it, a group of students is to attend to this matter. I sincerely hope no harm comes to any of them.
Oh, Gerald? He said something about visiting a grave.
Oh, well, must be Mom.
There's a graveyard attached to the monastery, so you'll probably find him there. I can't remember where the graveyard is, but I bet Sedith knows.
Time to go see Mom, who is dead. Hey, Sylvain, how's it going?
I'm so sorry my older brother is causing you all this hassle, Professor.
It's cool.
Don't misunderstand. I always thought he was a piece of garbage, but I never thought he'd steal the relic. I can't wait to see his face when he realizes I'm in the group that was sent to take him down.
So you want to kill your brother, is what you're saying. Oh, I've taught my students well.
Professor.
Some of the sweet tooth. I could try giving this to Lysithea. Imagine how much food you could sneak into a movie theater. Oh my gosh. I think she was in here.
Hello. Aristocrat.
Hello. Oh, that was a gift. Okay, I'll give this to you then.
For me? I love it.
I thought it was a lost item. It was not. It was not. Oh, there's a person who wants to talk to me who's like all the way up here.
Okay.
A decorative feather from a rare bird found in Bridget. It probably belongs to someone who used to live there. Gee. Who could that possibly belong to? Oh, found Mom and Dad.
Hey, I wanted to ask you to join me, but I couldn't find you.
So I went without you.
I was thinking we should visit your mother. She's resting beneath this humble grave.
Why is her grave here?
Oh, of course you would ask that. Wouldn't know where to begin. I suppose I haven't talked much about her.
Nope.
She was gentle and smart. Oh, so smart. A wonderful cook. Always kind to everyone. And she loved flowers. Whenever I brought her back an unusual flower, her face would light up. I cherish those memories. I can't count how many times she made me happy just by smiling. And she smiled the most when she was pregnant with you. She died right after you were born. She wasn't able to spend much time with you. But she loved you with all her heart. That's the truest thing I know. Never forget it. This ring is the only keepsake I have of her. In time, it will be yours.
And in time, I will give this ring to one of my students.
One day, I hope you'll give this ring to someone you love as well as I love her.
Well
Thanks,
done.
Dad.
You have my thanks.
Time has worn away the name, which is now illegible. My mom died very young.
Hey.
Hey. You dodged the question. He dodges every question. He's just like, I don't feel like telling you about your life.
You acquitted yourself honorably last month.
And you were super late to the fight.
To think they'd go into the Holy Mausoleum and assault the Goddess Tower.
Aw, pizza. And I'm sure the trade-in value is probably like, here's a nickel for this game that just came out.
I cannot imagine the Western Church was acting on its own. Someone must have been helping them. As for the masked knight who escaped, his days are numbered. I hope we find him soon, so I can kill him myself.
She's very excited about this.
Oh.
Oh. Okay, so I have to do this. That's a battle. That's also a battle, so I can't do either of those right now. Which is fine. I need to go find Petra. Oh, well. She's there.
This is being my professor. You cannot remember.
Here you go.
I had lost the place of this. You have my thanks.
You like building libraries anyway? Yeah, I know what you mean. I know what you mean. This map thing. Make new Geralds. I mean, that could be Rhea, but I doubt it. I mean, I can try. Maybe Catherine? I don't know if they've known each other. No, it's probably Alois. Probably who it belongs to. Probably. Hello, Satef.
How are you managing the Sword of the Creator? No problems? I hope you have not left it lying somewhere unattended or anything foolish like that.
It's on my person, but you're gonna have to find it.
Not used to it. Take it outside the monastery then. You need to come to grips with it, and quickly.
I think I did that, Umbreons. I mean, I can go double check, but I'm pretty sure I did that.
Salt, Star, Power!
Art Secret, thank you so much for the resub for 3 months. Art Secret says, freeze, it's the Panty Brigade. That line was too spicy, Miss Keita. Hi, Art Secret, how are you doing? Thank you so much for the 3 months. Also, your egg has started hatching?
Captain Gerald was all furrowed brow earlier. Do you know what's got him so concerned?
My dead mom?
If there's a problem, I want to help any way I can.
Please step away from my father.
I did, but he just dodged the question.
Still, it's worrying to see him like that.
This freaking kid.
If there's a problem...
Is this yours?
Oh, that's
Oh
mine.
my god.
Thanks so much for finding it.
Stay away from my dad. Please. Good. Currently exhausted from rehauling the messy toy aisle at work. Oh no. Otherwise looks beautiful. Aw. Well, at least you did a good job. I just didn't infuse them with magic, but we're good. We good.
It's all things.
I think I'm gonna do some training. I'll take it.
There.
Hi there. Let me go see if I have enough points to restore the statue.
Need something? This one?
There we go.
You're all set.
I have used all of them. That's okay, Embryons.
See you again soon.
Don't worry about it. You're fine. Ugh. You're curious to know how Manuela is doing? Okay.
Oh, settle down and stop with the knocking. I'll be there in 2 shakes. Oh, dear. Professor? Is that you? Just a moment. Oh, what should I do? I can't open the door in this state. Manuela, you simply must quit oversleeping.
Kind of sounds like she was drinking.
Hold on. Where are my clothes? I can't even find my... Where in blazes is my underwear?
Excuse me, panties in chat, please. Help this woman find her underwear. Oh my god. Girl, we got you. Yeah, we're doing the Black Eagle route, or at least that's our house so far.
What is my dressing robe belt caught on? I can't tie this properly. It's not even covering... Oh, Manuela. This will have to do.
What is she gonna come out in? Are you okay? I can hear you.
Oh. I would hope, Professor, that you have the decorum to pretend you've heard nothing.
Well, maybe you shouldn't be talking to yourself about your underwear and lack thereof.
Anyway, I'll be just another moment. Patience, please.
This is a family-friendly stream. Please calm down. This is a family-friendly stream. Please put on your underwear.
Hello. Sorry to have kept you waiting.
Well, she's fully dressed.
So, what do you want?
I mean, you didn't need to say out loud, where are my underpants? That took a while.
Excuse me? You had a reason for coming here, I assume. I've put a lot of time and effort into making it possible to talk with you, you know.
Sorry.
No, you've done nothing wrong. Let's just say I'm not having a good day.
Clearly not.
Actually, I didn't have a good night. Never mind. What did you want, anyway? You heard from him? The fellow from last night? Huh. What did he have to say?
He said we will never go out together again. Me telling it like it is.
Yeah, figures. Kind of saw it coming, actually. That's why I came back to my room and went to bed. To get over it.
And you just were naked.
Thank you for checking in on me. Was that all you wanted? Well then, good night.
I hope you find your underwear. Great, now we're besties.
Let me see.
The fuck? Sounds like she got over it with some bottom shelf off-brand rum. Seems like it. I wonder if she dropped her sandwich. That's the real question.
Professor.
Oh, what this? Oh, a crystal. I will take it.
Professor.
Hi, who are you? How dare you speak to me?
Hey.
Hey. Let's see. I just have Hilda's perfume that I can't give to her. He adds more dialogue if you're a guy. I am not surprised at all by that. I'll see you later, Art Secret. Thanks for hanging out with us. What chapter is this? I think we're in month 8. I'm not sure what chapter it is, though. I think we're in the 8th month, though. We just got the sword of the creator. If that helps. I used all my activity points. I think we're good for today. See ya, Palpatine.
Some people are in and some are.
You want this feather?
I appreciate this.
You're welcome. Actually,
yes.
You can join our mission. Sounds good. If y'all find her panties, don't forget to let her know. Let's see.
I did pretty well today. Thanks for the help. I got it right? Phew.
Nice.
Thanks. That's reassuring. I got it right? Phew.
All right.
I am beginning to understand.
You'll get there.
Enlightening.
Enlightening?
Tell me, am I achieving anything yet?
Maybe you're awake. That's a pretty big achievement in my book.
Your instruction has been beneficial. The battlefield has much to teach.
Marianne is a healer with really great riding and flying skills. Cool. Good to know.
Professor.
No. Leonie's birthday. You can have flowers. I'm not taking you to tea.
Look, Professor, we did great.
Hey. Nice.
My efforts were not in vain.
Hope this is good for something.
Oh, I see now.
I'm really getting the hang of this.
Cool. Oh my god. Every time I turn around, there's a million supports. I swear. Alright guys, well, it is a little after 11:30. And I stream tomorrow a little earlier, so I think as much as I want to keep playing, I think I'm gonna go a little early tonight. I mean, not really early. We're supposed to stop at 11, but you know me, when I'm playing something I like, we end up going super late. Remind me on Thursday to check everybody's abilities. Thank you for the follow, by the way, Soul. Remind me on Thursday to check everybody's abilities, because I think I might want to swap some out. We might do a seminar, maybe. Because I think I'm good with exploring for this month. So I might do a seminar instead. And maybe do some certifications before the next battle, hopefully. But if anybody is curious and you want to see more, we're going to be playing more Fire Emblem on Thursday.